The following is a live presentation of News Channel Nebraska Sports.
And welcome here to Grand Island as fall high school season is officially here. Brandon Axman with you for this softball broadcast between Columbus High and Grand Island Senior High. Glad you're with us. We've gotten through the summer. We've finished up our Legion baseball season. And it is time now for the fall sports, softball, volleyball, and football. We'll have plenty of it for you here on News Channel Nebraska in the next coming months. Columbus, the visiting team, making the trip down Highway 30 here to Grand Island. As Columbus's starting lineups are being announced, we'll take a look at this Columbus team. Pitching and batting first is Alyssa Turner for Columbus High. Kennedy Jones will be in center and batting second. Then you have Macy Trotta in the 3-hole for Columbus High. She is catching, or excuse me, she's playing short. Marika Spencer, the big hitting senior, batting cleanup. No surprise there for the Discoverers, and playing first base. You have Katie Stuka playing second and batting fifth. Riley Olson for Columbus playing left and batting seventh. Tessa Bridger playing third and batting seventh. Katie Smith batting eighth and playing catch. And then Lexi Hayek in right and batting ninth. As for Grand Island Senior High, Emma Collins leading things off and playing third. Stacy Wills in left batting second. Michelle Boroff playing second and batting third. Michaela Sheets batting cleanup for the Islanders, and she is playing first base. Raya Chavez playing short and batting fifth. Holly Williams pitching on the mound and batting sixth. Sierra Marshall, the designated pitcher, batting seventh. Kylie Sodomka catching and batting eighth. Kobe Gomez in right, and then you have Maddie Galusha as the flex here for Grand Island Senior High. Glad you're with us here for the pregame show, brought to you by St. Francis Medical Center at CHI Health. They're not just welcoming newborns, they're welcoming the next generation. So discover how they're providing maternity care ahead of its time at chihealth.com/baby. We're just getting ready to go. Grand Island coming off the season where they finished one game above 500. As for Columbus, they went 14-21 in 2016. Absolutely beautiful day for softball. We have a good showing here at the complex. We'll take a quick break. Be back with live high school softball action on News Channel Nebraska.
At this time, we would ask you to please rise, gentlemen, remove cover as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Foot and ankle clinic doctors care for farmers, football players, nurses, teachers, and construction workers.
Young at heart, and everyone in between. That's our job.
Doctors Larson, Wilson, and Blackburn, committed to the health of your feet, ankles, and lower legs.
We believe that every step you take, on the field, on the job, and in life, should be pain-free.
Schedule online or call today for any of our convenient locations.
Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska.
Rowe Cars, Rowe Buick in Grand Island, and Rowe Chevy in Aurora. A winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Rowe stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at RoweCars.com.
And welcome back here to Grand Island. We're just about to get first pitch here with the Discoverers coming to town to take on the Lady Islanders. We would like to remind you All of our broadcasts made possible by Mary Lanning Healthcare. They are our presenting sponsor here on NCN 30. Mary Lanning Healthcare is your care, our inspiration. Brandon Axmett here with you for this one, kicking off the 2017-18 activities season here in Nebraska on this Thursday. It's been long awaited, but at the same time, it's hard to believe that we're already here. Holly Williams on the mound for GI. She is a returning pitcher, had plenty of experience last year. She went 14-7 in 2016.
As long as you're not in it, we'll be okay.
Talking to both coaches, they feel their teams are young, but there's plenty of experience and a lot of returners, specifically on this Grand Island team. Emma Collins, who's leading things off, she is a 3-year starter as a junior. Stacey Wells, Michelle Boroff, as well as Michaela Sheets, all had serious playing time last year and started and were big parts of this Islander team. Due up for Columbus, it's going to be Alyssa Turner, Kennedy Jones, and Macy Trotta here in the top of the first inning. Start things off with a lefty here. Turner had the second best batting average on the team in 2016 for the Discoverers as she tries to lay down a bunt coming in from third, but the throw is not handled, so we have a leadoff runner on. Collins making the throw across. Nice bunt laid down and was just unable to be handled by the first baseman, Sheets. That'll go down as an E3. As Kennedy Jones steps to the plate, she batted .248 in 2016. Jones, a senior, a lot of leadership and experience, as we've seen Jones as a part of that Discover basketball team as well. We had a steal attempt, and Turner decides to go back to the base and retreat. Wind is coming out of the west, blowing straight across at about 15 miles an hour, maybe a little bit less. As that pitch goes in there for a strike. Could not have asked for better weather, though, to get things started off here, as the area has seen a lot of rain in recent days this week. Another bunt is laid down, and we have ourselves a pickle here. Sliding into third and safe is Alyssa Turner. So heads up base running there. You had Michelle Boroff cover and get the out at first, and Turner just goes for it, and she makes it to third. The one down here in the top of the first, and Macy Trotta will step to the plate. She batted .261 last year. Trotta is a junior on this Discoverers team. Discoverers threatening early here with Turner on third. That one catches the low portion of the zone. Strike one. Williams on the mound for GI. He delivers this one, put down the third baseline. Play at the plate, and Turner is gunned down. Precision throw by Emma Collins. And Columbus will have to wait before they get on the board here early on in the first. Now heads-up play by Collins. Turner was going for it, and Collins whipped it right in there. The tag was laid down by Sodomka. Just like that, there's 2 down. Runner on first in Trotta, who reaches on the fielder's choice. But you have your big bat, Marika Spencer, at the plate for the Discoverers, who led in every offensive statistical category last year. Spencer, a senior and a Columbus SCOTUS product. She batted .447 in 2016, led the team with 6 home runs, led the team with 30 RBI. She is also quite the track athlete and can throw that shot put very far. First pitch, ball 1. That one catches the outside corner. And throw not in time to first. 1-1. That one high and outside. Columbus is headed up by Paul Braun, the head coach. Been here for 6 years with this Discoverers program. Here comes the 2-1. Spencer leaves the bat on her shoulder there as well. You can't blame Williams for not wanting to give her anything to swing at. 3-1 delivery, fouled away. Macy Trotta on first for the Discoverers here in the top of the first. A off pitch is sent into foul territory. That one was just off the end of the bat. Spencer's still able to push it into the outfield area. Again, nearly batted .500 as a junior. And she is frozen on the outside corner by Holly Williams. Marika Spencer goes down looking. So Columbus, no runs on no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first, and GI will get a crack when we return.
With the Aurora Cooperative, we're putting our owner's equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm. A portfolio of innovation that adds value to every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
The Aurora Cooperative.
It's time for a reality check. You don't have to drive far to buy a Toyota or a Honda. Go to Cornhusker in Grand Island, the only dual Toyota Honda dealer in the state. We offer performance, comfort, and fuel efficiency in a beautiful, affordable package, new and pre-owned, right here. And service after the sale? Well, it just makes more sense to maintain your new vehicle close to home. That's the reality at Cornhusker Toyota Honda, Grand Island.
Time. It can be our nemesis. It can be our friend. No one likes to waste it. We all want more. Time to enjoy the beauty of the heartland, and time to take off and explore new places. Less time on the road, more time around the dinner table. Central Nebraska Regional Airport, Grand Island, with twice daily jet service to Dallas-Fort Worth and beyond, and twice weekly flights to Phoenix, Mesa, and Las Vegas. It's time to start and end your business and leisure travel with us. Simplify. Fly GI.
And welcome back to Grand Island. 0-0 is your score. After a half inning of play, and the Islanders are going to get their first crack at the plate. Emma Collins leading things off here. She is a 3-year starter and a junior on this team. You do the math, that means she's been starting since her freshman year. And she is a big part of this Grand Island team. Alyssa Turner on the mound for the Discoverers. In the circle, rather. Still switching from Legion baseball to softball mode. That pitch is low. Collins playing third base. She is also a pitcher on this Islander team. That pitch stays up high. 3-0 is the count. And Collins had the red light, or the green light rather, on the 3-0. Fouls that one out of play. And the 3-1 blown right by Collins. Excuse me, that was a 3-2, so Collins goes down swinging for out number 1. As Turner just used the heat to blow that one right by her. That'll bring up Stacy Wells. Wells just a sophomore. This is her first year in the starting lineup. And she takes a first pitch strike. And there she's brushed back from the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alyssa Turner was the number 2 pitcher for this Discoverers team last year. She continues to be a vital part of this Columbus High team. Now getting that start on game 1 of the 2017 season. Now this is the first game of a doubleheader. We'll be bringing you all of the action from this first contest, as well as highlights, as there is the 1-2 putout. Great play by Turner there on the comebacker. Quick reflexes, she makes the play and throw easily over to first. To Marika Spencer. Replays brought to you by Cornhusker Toyota Honda in Grand Island, Nebraska, which is Nebraska's only dual dealer. As Michelle Boroff now at the plate. She's kind of like Marika Spencer for Columbus. She led GI in every offensive category last year. Senior leader. Batted .430 in 2016, led the team with 7 home runs, set a school record with 56 RBI. And she has a rip there down the first baseline. And I believe that is Lance Nelson diving out of the way. Cat-like reflexes. Now, he told me before the game in the dugout to make sure to give him a shout out on first. And there it is. That was a screamer right at him, and he was quick on his feet. Boroff lays off that pitch. Some of the Columbus fans thought that was strike 3. Count is even at 2. And the wind picking up a little bit here. Pretty much blowing across the diamond out of the west. Full count. And Boroff draws a walk with 2 down here in the bottom of 1. Michaela Sheets now will have a crack. She's the returning first baseman for GI. She also didn't have too bad of a year. She had 5 home runs in 2016, just 2 behind Boroff. One ball, no strikes, 2 down. Boroff on first. And that one goes foul as well towards the GI dugout. GI coming off a year where they finished a game above 500. But Coach Henke has been leading this GI team for 10 years. And Grand Island has made the state playoffs in 5 of those years. And the high heat gets Sheets swinging. That is her second K of the half inning. As 3 go down, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're tied at 0 as we head to the second on News Channel Nebraska.
Do you snore and wake up tired? That can be a sign of sleep apnea, and it can be fatal. Frontier Sleep Center is here to help.
As a physician who specializes in pulmonary and sleep medicine, I understand the importance of a good night's sleep. A comprehensive sleep test at Frontier Sleep Center can determine your best treatment.
Ask your doctor if a sleep study in our state-of-the-art facility is right for you. A peaceful night's sleep is just around the corner. FrontierSleep.com.
Heading to the State Fair? Don't miss the Fireplace Stone and Patio exhibit. It's gonna be hot, featuring the Heat and Glow Lanai gas fireplace. See us at the State Fair, and we'll show you how to light up your landscape.
My grandfather was an orthopedic surgeon in Omaha, and he told me not to go into medicine. And my wife said that she would never marry a doctor, and so I went to be a PA. And one night called her, said I'm going to be home late, and she said, well, you should have just gone to medical school. So at that point I went back through medical school. It's kind of what I've always wanted to do. One of the things that kind of attracted me to Mary Lanning, you see that they take good care of people. I've always wanted to practice in a smaller town, and Mary Lanning had all the qualities that we were searching for in our job and our location and where to raise our children. And I think Hastings was the perfect fit for us. This is where we were supposed to be. I'm Brent Hood, orthopedic surgeon, Mary Lanning Healthcare.
Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
And welcome back here to Grand Island. We enter the second inning of play. Teams tied at 0. Columbus back at the plate. Now they were close to scoring in the top of the first. Leadoff man Alyssa Turner was on third. Macy Trotta puts the ball in play. Turner goes home, and a nice play at the plate. Emma Collins, the third baseman for GI, picked it up, threw it home. And thus, Columbus is still scoreless. And there is a fly out in the infield to Raya Chavez. So Katie Statura is retired. And Riley Olson will now be at the plate. Tessa Bridger on a deck for the Discoverers. That one in there, strike 1. Williams on the mound. She sat down one Columbus batter in that first inning. That was Marika Spencer. Roser on the outside corner. Riley Olson in the 6-hole spot, but she has quite a bat on her as well. She batted .317 last year in 2016 as a freshman. That one blown by her there. One down here in the top of the second. And Olsen stays alive by getting a piece of that one. In softball, for both these programs, very well supported. Full grandstand here. A lot of purple, as you might imagine, but plenty of maroon as well from the traveling Discoverer contingent. That one in the dirt. There's the quality at bat here by Olsen, especially if she could turn this into a base knock or find herself on first one way or the other. And she does just that, lays off the outside pitch and draws a 1-out walk here in the second inning. Tessa Bridger now at the plate. One of the seniors on this squad. Bridger batted .238 as a junior last season. Puts this one in play. And the throw across, and the tag is in time. So Bridger does move over Olsen to second. As Emma Collins, the third baseman, once again making a play. And you saw actually Michaela Sheets being pulled off the bag, so she lays down the tag to get the out. Two down here in the second, but a runner in scoring position. Katie Smith, the catcher, is at the plate here for the Columbus High. Olsen on second. Nice job there by Smith to lay off that one. Two balls, no strikes. Make that 3-0. Smith hanging in there. Here's the delivery. And 4 straight balls. And Smith draws a 2-out walk. Discoverer's now threatening, runners on first and second. As you have Melody Jones coming in to run for Smith, with Smith being the catcher. Jones, a sophomore. So that brings up the 9-hole batter, Lexi Hayek, who batted .182 as a junior last season. She'll take that for a first pitch strike. And here comes the 0-1. And just like that, after 4 straight balls, Holly Williams is attacking Hayek. And throws 2 right down the pipe. make it 3, so that is Williams' second strikeout of the ball game as she gets Grand Island out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on. We're still deadlocked at 0 as we head to the bottom of the second on News Channel Nebraska.
With the Aurora Cooperative, you have a trusted partner who looks well beyond the horizon. We're putting our owner's equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm. A portfolio of innovation that adds value to every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
The Aurora Cooperative.
From Grand Island to York to Hastings to Broken Bow, our foot and ankle clinic doctors care for farmers, football players, nurses, teachers, and construction workers.
Young, young at heart, and everyone in between. That's our job.
Doctors Larson, Wilson, and Blackburn, committed to the health of your feet, ankles, and lower legs.
We believe that every step you take, on the field, on the job, and in life, should be pain-free.
Schedule online or call today for any of our convenient locations.
Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska.
And 0-0 is your score here in Grand Island as we kick off the fall next season here in Nebraska. This is the second trip to the plate for the Islanders. Raya Chavez leading things off. She fouls off her first pitch. And Chavez, just a sophomore. Saw her on the soccer pitch this past spring. But she did see some playing time last year as a freshman. That pitch in there for a strike. And that pitch is low. Chavez puts it in play, and she has a chance to beat this one out. But what a play by the third baseman. Tessa Bridger charging down the line and making the play. Looked like for a second Chavez was going to be able to beat it out. Tessa Bridger had other ideas. So Columbus gets the leadoff man. Molly Williams at the plate. Big lefty for the Lady Islanders. She has 2 strikeouts so far from the circle. She went 14-7 as a pitcher last year. That last pitch just a little bit low. Williams, a junior. That one in there for a strike. That one fouled out of play. You may have gotten a glimpse of the News Channel Nebraska 30 television truck. Got our mass cam up. See, that would get you some nice high shots. I'm sure you'll be seeing some of them throughout the broadcast. Aaron Trout, producer-director, commanding all the efforts inside that automobile, as it's going to be all over the place this fall. You'll be seeing it a lot. Full count here, and the liner is knocked in, or out of play rather, by Sheets, or excuse me, by the third baseman Bridger, who was unable to handle it. So Williams will get credit for the base hit again, since Bridger touched it in fair territory. It's obviously a playable ball. Williams gets on with one down. We have a courtesy runner on. That is Nicole Lenners, a senior, now at first base. And Sierra Marshall at the plate for the Islanders. She is expected to start here for the second game of the doubleheader. Again, we'll just be bringing action from the first contest. But we will have the highlights from this game as that one drops just fair, or just foul, excuse me. Also a lot of changes here with Grand Island. New athletic director Cindy Wells just came over to the booth, introduced herself. Although we already know her quite well, and pretty much everybody involved in the Islander program over the years knows about the former assistant principal. As Marshall goes down, and that is strikeout number 3, credited to Alyssa Turner. Joe Cutlass, though, retiring after some 15 years with the Islanders, and Sydney Wells has taken over. And couldn't have had a better candidate. Even Joe Cutlass would agree. Kylie Sidomka at the plate. Two-0 is the count. Sidomka, a junior here in 2017. Playing catcher here today. She can also play first base. And it'll make it a 3-0 count, missing low. We'll see if Sidomka gets the green light here. She lays off, and it's right down the pipe, strike 1. GI with a runner on first. And this one put in play. And Spencer cannot handle the throw by Statura. Statura makes the play. And it's dropped. That'll go down as an E3. Was a little bit low. Another courtesy runner on first now. Taylor Jenkins, a junior. Now GI threatening with runners on first and second. 2 down. And Kobe Gomez at the plate. We'd like to remind you to check out the Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska, located in Grand Island and other locations throughout the area. Give them a visit. The Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska, or give them a call. Your feet will thank you. Helping make this broadcast possible. The Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska. Kobe Gomez at the plate. A sophomore, this is her first year really starting for this Islander program. That pitch well high. So Turner continuing to battle there in the pitcher's circle. She's rung up 3 GI batters so far. Two balls, now 1 strike to Gomez. And she's going to leave that one up for a 3-1 count. Ball here loads the bases. And it'll do just that. The Islanders have the bases juiced with 2 down. And a real opportunity for the Islanders to get on the board, and they have their leadoff person up in Emma Collins. 3-year starter, as the junior has an opportunity to break open the game or at least get the scoring started. She struck out her first at bat in the first inning. Collins, an 0-1 count. Excuse me, 1-0 count. And that'll even it at 1. Can Alyssa Turner get out of this jam here for the Discoverers? She blows it by Collins there, strike 2. Turner already with 3 strikeouts to her stat line. Islanders looking to get on the board. And she will stay alive. Collins battles that one away. There's the pitch, and Collins will wear it. And GI is on the board as Nicole Lenners, the courtesy runner, comes across. So GI strikes first. Collins gets credit for the RBI. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Lady Islanders. We're going to have a meeting at the pitcher's circle here for Columbus High. Again, no base hits here in the second. A couple errors, a walk, and then Collins getting hit by a pitch allows Grand Island to get a run in. Stacey Wells at the plate. The sophomore grounded out her first at bat. She's 0 for 1 here today. That one misses outside. And this one put in play. It is snagged by Turner. And the Discoverers get out of the inning with just 1 run scored, no hits, 2 errors. 3 runners left on base. GI strikes, and they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the 3rd on News Channel Nebraska.
Row Cars, Row Buick in Grand Island, and Row Chevy in Aurora. A winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Row stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at rowcars.com. U-Save is the low price leader, but it's our focus on you that really makes a difference when you have a choice in pharmacies.
Great, friendly, and fast service.
This is my local pharmacy. Great prices and easy refills.
They really have the most respect and answers.
At USave, our customers come first. We accept more insurance plans and take pride in being the low-cost leader. That's what you can expect from your locally owned USave pharmacy.
So the Islanders get on the board in the bottom of the second inning, and they have a 1-0 lead here in Grand Island, as we have officially kicked off our fall sports broadcast schedule. Brandon Axman with you. Glad you're here with us on News Channel Nebraska, or if you're watching online at ncnsportsnow.com. As always, feel free to tweet us. Our Twitter handle is at NCN Sports. You give us a tweet, I'll read it on the air. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, and anything else you might like to say. At NCN Sports. Also, while you're at it, feel free to give us a follow. We're getting close to the 2,500 follower mark. We had a very good summer in terms of engagement with our viewers, especially during that Class C State Legion baseball tournament in Central City. David City fans and Wilbur fans, they were very active on Twitter. So Columbus gonna see if they can answer back after GI plates one run in the bottom of the second. And it's back at the top of the order. Alyssa Turner reached on air to start the ball game. And again, made it all the way around to third base, and then was called out on a play at the plate. Turner batted .420 last year. As a sophomore. And she draws the walk there, so she has gotten on base both of her at-bats. We'll see if she can get around to score this time. Kennedy Jones, the 2-hole. She grounded out to the pitcher in that first inning. Jones, a .248 batter in 2016. And we're gonna have the time here. Sodomka having a word with Holly Williams. One nothing is your score. Again, this is the first game of a doubleheader going to be played here today. As Kennedy Jones is going to try to move Turner over. Again, she got on as the leadoff batter twice now. Columbus is going to try to turn that into a run, maybe more. Jones lays off that one. And there's a called strike one. Two balls, one strike, and that pitch will even the count at 2. Columbus High coming off a 14-21 finish in 2016. And Jones rips that one down the first base line, but foul. And Jones laid off that one for a second. Looked like that might have been a called strike 3. Instead, it's a full count. Holly Williams has 2 strikeouts so far. But that will be her fourth walk, excuse me, the second walk of the inning. Turner now on second, Jones on first. And Macy Trotta now at the plate. She reached by a fielder's choice. That was when she put the ball in play, and then Turner was thrown out at the plate. Trotta, a junior. Batted .261 last year as a sophomore. That ball rolls foul. Strike 2. So Williams getting ahead in the count here. Columbus with a pretty good opportunity, at least right now. 2 runners on, no outs in the top of the 3rd inning. But Williams responds after 2 walks by ringing up Trotta for the first out here in the top of the 3rd. A high heat blowing right by her. Marika Spencer now at the plate. She is going to try to have a different fate than her first at bat, where she struck out looking. And it's a first pitch strike to Spencer again. We'll go over those batting statistics from her junior year. .447 average, 6 home runs, 30 RBI. Led the team in each of those 3 categories. She is 0 for 1 here today. And that one goes in there, strike 2. So Williams had tried to pitch around Spencer early in the at-bat back in the 1st inning before eventually striking her out. This time she's going right at Spencer. And the senior does lay off the outside pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Spencer gets the end of the bat on the ball there. And she has quite a bit of pop in that bat. Just an all-around great athlete. We've seen her several times at the Columbus News team and News Channel Nebraska playing that post position for SCOTUS. Also a track standout, as well as softball. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Spencer. And this one popped into the air. And after a little confusion, it's caught by Boroff. So that is out number 2. Columbus still with runners on first and second. Katie Statura, the 5-hole batter at the plate. She flew out to short back in the 1st inning, or 2nd inning, excuse me, where she led things off. Katie batted .234 last year, and this one put in play. And the tag is down, so a 5-3 putout. Emma Collins makes the throw. Sheet puts the tag down. And GI holds Columbus scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on. As GI leads 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd on News Channel Nebraska.
Row Cars, Row Buick in Grand Island, and Row Chevy in Aurora. A winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Row stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at rowcars.com. U-Save is the low price leader, but it's our focus on you that really makes a difference when you have a choice in pharmacies.
They definitely go above and beyond.
They take the time to put a face to the name and are extremely helpful.
Great staff, very helpful, and very friendly.
At U-Save, our customers come first. We accept more insurance plans and take pride in being the low-cost leader. That's what you can expect from your locally owned U-Save pharmacy.
Welcome back here to Grand Island. The Islanders holding on to a 1-0 lead here as they are at the plate in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Brandon Axsmith with you here for our inaugural broadcast here at NCN 30 for the fall season. And we have a base hit by Michelle Boroff all the way to the fence as she has a double to lead off the 3rd inning for her team. And that's what you would expect from someone who set a school record with 56 RBIs as a junior in 2016. And actually, that is the first official base hit of the game. And that's not a bad one to start things off. Michaela Sheets now at the plate. She is 0 for 1 today, struck out in the 1st. She has some pop in her bat as well. She had 5 long balls in 2016. Gets under that one there. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom of 3. Here's the 1-1. Sent up high. And that was fairly close to our first base camera operator. Gladys able to evade that ball, luckily, as well as our camera. One ball, 2 strikes here to Sheets. She rips that low one, it gets through, and the Islanders are gonna add it to their lead. Boroff comes around to score with an RBI single from Michaela Sheets. And it's now 2-0 GI. So after no hits through 2.5 of this game, hit back-to-back base knocks here by the Islanders. Boroff leads things off with a single to the fence, or a double to the fence, and then Sheets brings her around to score. 2-0 here in the bottom of 3, no down. Raya Chavez at the plate. She grounded out to 3rd back in the 2nd inning. Chavez just a sophomore, being integrated into this Islander team. Got some playing time last year as a freshman. And Chavez knocks that one back. 2-1 is your count. And as most softball fans know, cheers and songs and chants is a part of the game. Islander dugout cheering on Chavez here. And the second ball fouled back. He'll even the count at 2. Excuse me. Count maybe 1 ball, 2 strikes. And what a catch by the center fielder. Goodness, we almost had a double play. Kennedy Jones comes in and makes the web gem. And she got the glove down. For a second, I had to make sure. And she tries to make the throw, nearly doubles up Sheets, who gets back on time, but what a great defensive play there for the first out of the inning. Chavez has to think she's maybe a little bit unlucky on that one. Jones just making a great play. Holly Williams now at the plate. Williams so far having a great pitching performance. That one low as well. And that one gets past Smith. So Sheets will steal second. Islanders have another runner in scoring position. You hear the coaching staff for the Islanders saying, you put this bat on the ball, you are scoring from second, Sheets. Well, now Michaela has a much easier task. She's on third after that pass ball. Just one down, 3-1 count to Williams. She reached on air and then later came around to score for the Islanders in the second. And she draws a walk here. Runners at the corners for GI. And Sierra Marshall at the plate as we have a courtesy runner coming in for GI. And once again, that is Nicole Lenners. Duck on the pond here for Marshall. She struck out her first at bat. And this one is put in play, and that is going to be a run scored for GI. Lenders is going to come to third on the throwing error. Sierra Marshall gets an RBI. And that goes down as an E4. Stachura trying to make the backhand. Sheet scores. The runner's still at the corners now. Lenners at third, Marshall at first. And it's a 3-0 lead for GI. Your score on the Aurora Co-op scoreboard at Aurora Co-op, or Aurora Co-op rather. They are putting owner's equity to work. Now we're going to be in Aurora, or at least I will, as well as Grant Otten. A lot of you Columbus viewers know his name as well. We'll be in Aurora on Monday for our wall-to-wall solar eclipse coverage. If you haven't been following our website or watching our channel, we are going to have reporters across the state covering the eclipse as it comes through and giving live reports throughout the entirety. We're going to be live from 3 to 9. I'm in Aurora. We're going to have reporters in Beatrice, I believe Stapleton. Producer Aaron Trout might have to help me out on that one. Falls City, Beatrice, Broken Bow. And we're even going to be doing a Spanish broadcast as well from 12:30 to 1:30. That's going to be from Grand Island. So there's also Telemundo's Facebook Live, 30.2 in Grand Island. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is, I know this is a softball game, but if you guys enjoy science and the eclipse stuff that everyone's been talking about for about a year, you won't have to go far to watch it. Bill Nye, of course, going to be in Beatrice. We're going to see if we can set up an interview with him. But back to softball. Kylie Sodomka grounds out on the 4-3 putout. But what she did do was bring another runner around. Lenners comes to score, so it's 4-0. And Kobe Gomez now at the plate as GI is really laying things on here in the third inning. Sierra Marshall on second. Gomez did draw a walker first at bat, and that one gets through as well. Tough break for Stakura. Go down as another error, and they're costing the Discoverers here. Gomez gets the RBI, and Marshall scores. It's 5-0. And it's back to the top of the order, and Emma Collins. So Columbus right now just needing to get out of this one, as Collins rips this one to deep right field. And it's in fair territory. Gomez is going to score all the way from first, and that is a stand-up triple for Emma Collins. What a rip, as that one just kept tailing away. Drops in fair territory, goes all the way to the fence. And that is Collins' second RBI of the ball game. That is why she's in the leadoff spot. Stacey Wells now at the plate. He is 0 for 2 today with a pair of ground outs to the pitcher. They're hard hit balls, but Alyssa Turner not wanting to allow Wells to get on base. Oh, 1 count after that ball was fouled away. And Wells does a good job laying off that one. Here comes the 1-1. One put in play as well. And Wells, not quite in time for a second. Thought she may have beaten out the throw, but a nice play by the shortstop, Macy Trotta, across the diamond for the 6-3 put out for out number 3. But GI officially strikes here in the third inning. 5 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 runner left on base. It is a 6-0 lead as we head to the 4th on News Channel Nebraska.
It's time for a reality check. You don't have to drive far to buy a Toyota or a Honda. Go to Cornhusker in Grand Island, the only dual Toyota Honda dealer in the state. We offer performance, comfort, and fuel efficiency in a beautiful, affordable package, new and pre-owned, right here. And service after the sale? Well, it just makes more sense to maintain your new vehicle close to home. That's the reality at Cornhusker Toyota Honda, Grand Island.
With the Aurora Cooperative, you have a trusted partner who looks well beyond the horizon. We're putting our owners' equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm, a portfolio of innovation that adds value to every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
the Aurora Cooperative.
And welcome back. 6-0 is your score here. The Islanders plate 5 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning to take a commanding lead, as the Discoverers are going to look to respond. Brandon Axman with you here for this one. This is the first game of a doubleheader here between these two teams. We'll be bringing you all of the action from this first contest, as well as the highlights, which will be posted on ncnsportsnow.com. Fly out to the first baseman, Michaela Sheets. So Olsen is retired, the leadoff batter for the Discoverers. 1 down. Tessa Bridger now at the plate. Swing and a miss. And there's a quick 2 strikes. Bridger grounded out to the 3rd baseman in the 2nd inning. She is 0 for 1 officially today. That one just missing. This one put in play, but an even better block by the 3rd baseman. Emma Collins is having a game, making it look easy. Another 5-3 putout. Now you do see Bridger a little bit slow to walk this one off. Oh, you see that there, just a little bit of an awkward buckle by her ankle, so the good thing to see is she is walking off under her own power. Just one of those that you might just have to walk off. It at least initially looks like it isn't going to be any more serious than that, which is a good thing as she makes it to the dugout. Two down here in the top of 4. Katie Smith at the plate. Now Smith officially 0 for 0 today. She drew a walk earlier here in the 2nd inning. And Smith battles that one away. That'll be strike 2. Right now, Columbus just looking for some positive signs here, as GI with all the momentum after 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nice eye by Smith there. Williams had her trying to chase high, and she has sat down 3 Columbus High batters so far today. And Smith goes down swinging on the high heat there, so 4 strikeouts now for Williams. And it's a 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. GI still with a 6-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th on News Channel Nebraska.
From Grand Island to York to Hastings to Broken Bow, our foot and ankle clinic doctors care for farmers, football players, nurses, teachers, and construction workers.
Young, young at heart, and everyone in between. That's our job.
Doctors Larson, Wilson, and Blackburn, committed to the health of your feet, ankles, and lower legs.
We believe that every step you take, on the field, on the job, and in life, should be pain-free.
Schedule online or call today for any of our convenient locations.
Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska.
Rowe Cars, Rowe Buick in Grand Island, and Rowe Chevy in Aurora. A winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Rowe stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at rowcars.com.
And welcome back here to Grand Island. 6-0 is your score. The home team Islanders on top of the Discoverers in the first game of this doubleheader. Brandon Axmit with you. We are also welcoming our Facebook Live audience as all sports is here. It seems like it's been a long time, but the wait is now over. Just updating our social media audience on Facebook Live how things have shaken out. It was a scoreless first inning, 0-0. Then Grand Island got 1 run in the bottom of the second to take a 1-0 lead. But in the bottom of the third is when things changed drastically. 5 runs plated by GI on 3 hits. And that has given the Islanders their commanding lead. Michelle Boroff is at the plate now. She got things started off for GI in that third inning with a double that went all the way to the outfield fence. She is 1 for 1 officially today with a walk and, of course, that double. And she did come around to score. Boroff, of course, the record holder for RBI. She set that record in 2016 with 56 runs batted in. Not a bad stat. Did that as a junior, so she even has a chance to add to that here for her senior campaign. As for Columbus, Alyssa Turner is pitching. And she's not having a bad day either. She has sat down 3 Grand Island batters as Boroff fouls that one out of play as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind picking up a little bit here. As we enter the bottom of the 4th inning, Grand Island looking to add to its lead. Boroff hits a liner and a nice catch by Katie Stakura. Scoops that one right off the ground and makes it for out number 1. That'll bring up Michaela Sheets here for Grand Island. She drove in Michelle Boroff with an RBI single. She also came around to score. Again, for those watching on Facebook Live, glad you're with us as Sheets lines that one down the third baseline and will be safe at first base. We are going to give her a base hit for that one. That was a tough play for the third baseman, Tessa Bridger, to make. But if you're watching on Facebook Live, glad you're here. You can always, of course, click on the link on the post and go to our live stream on ncnsportsnow.com where the camera work is a little bit better than my shaky hand from an iPad. We also have 3 cameras in total, a score bug, as well as instant replay. You can see here from the replay monitor. You can kind of see it. It has a glare, but you take my word for it. Our online production looks a little bit better, but whatever way you want to consume this game, we're glad you're doing it. And there's a fly out to the infield. As you have a nice other play by Kennedy Jones coming in. So Chavez flies out for out number 2. And Holly Williams at the plate for the Islanders. Williams is 0 for 1 today, but she scored twice. Reached on air in the second inning, drew a walk in the third. Also having a great day pitching so far. Puts this one in play. And Kennedy Jones makes the play. So Jones, is in at second base. She was playing center, but she's made some big plays here today. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base here. GI still leads 6-0 as we head to the 5th inning on News Channel Nebraska.
Time. It can be our nemesis. It can be our friend. No one likes to waste it. We all want more. Time to enjoy the beauty of the heartland. And time to take off and explore new places. Less time on the road, more time around the dinner table. Central Nebraska Regional Airport, Grand Island, with twice daily jet service to Dallas-Fort Worth and beyond, and twice weekly flights to Phoenix, Mesa, and Las Vegas. It's time to start and end your business and leisure travel with us. Simplify. Fly GI.
From Grand Island to York to Hastings to Broken Bow, our foot and ankle clinic doctors care for farmers, football players, nurses, teachers, and construction workers.
Young, young at heart, and everyone in between. That's our job.
Doctors Larson, Wilson, and Blackburn, committed to the health of your feet, ankles, and lower legs.
We believe that every step you take, on the field, on the job, and in life, should be pain-free.
Schedule online or call today for any of our convenient locations.
Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska.
And welcome back here to Grand Island. 6-0 your score. Lady Islanders on top in the first game of this doubleheader as we enter the 5th inning. Brandon Axement with you for all of the action here in game number 1, and we are glad that you are with us. Again, Mary Lanning Healthcare, our official presenting sponsor for all our live broadcasts on NCN 30, which is our Grand Island channel. Mary Lanning Healthcare offers a comprehensive array of high-quality medical services to patients of all ages. Mary Lanning Healthcare, our presenting sponsor. Columbus now at the plate. It's going to be Lexi Hayek. And actually, we have a substitution. So Madison Leggett is at the plate for the first time here today for Columbus High. Big cut there, 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, glad we have our Facebook Live audience with us. Grand Island leading 6-0 here in the top of the 5th. Holly Williams on the mound. She has struck out 4 for GI. Leggett lays off the outside pitch. It's back to the top of the order for the Discoverers after this one. Alyssa Turner in the on-deck circle. As there is strike 2, the count is even. And Leggett behind that one. Make that 5 strikeouts now for Williams. Now it's a pitcher versus pitcher duel. Alyssa Turner back at the plate for Columbus High. She is 0 for 1 today. Reached by way of air in the first, and she then drew a walk in the third. Again, for our Facebook Live audience, Islanders leading 6-0. That pitch in the dirt. Columbus went 14-21 in 2016. Rod Foley, we see you there. Go GI. From our Facebook Live feed. Thank you, Rod. Again, you all who are watching, feel free to interact with us on social media, as this one is going to shallow left, and it's going to drop in for a hit. A stand-up double for Alyssa Turner here. And Columbus has a runner in scoring position. And there is our Twitter handle, @NCN Sports. Feel free to tweet us on social media and give us a follow. We'll give you a shout out. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, and anything else you might like to share. Again, Rod Foley talking to us on social media on Facebook Live. You can also do it on Twitter as well. Facebook, we are @NCN Sports Now. On Twitter, it's @NCN Sports. Give us a like, give us a follow. Not only that, but if you do either of those things, you will be getting all of the up-to-date current highlights and high school news from around the area. We tweet out our stories, our player interviews, coaches interviews, of course, all of our live games, and anything else you can imagine. We are excited to be here, though, in the Grand Island area. I can tell you that. For our first ever football season, this is exciting. Fall sports in general, volleyball and softball. As we got here in December, so we started during basketball, did some wrestling, made it through the spring with soccer and some baseball. Of course, did all baseball with Legion throughout the summer. And this is our inaugural fall season for our NCN 30 television station. Of course, we have other divisions in Columbus, Norfolk, and Beatrice. As this one is put in play, and a nice throw across the ball diamond, but the tag is not on. So Chavez's throw did draw Sheets off the bag. And Kennedy Jones called safe at first. And not only that, but Turner sitting on third, so runners at the corners for Columbus. And Macy Trotta here at the plate. And there's the fake steal at second, and Columbus High does a little bit of a trick play. Everyone's safe. Turner scores. Kennedy Jones faked the steal to second. Stopped halfway through, but did bait Sidomka into throwing the ball. So some trickery there. But Jones makes it back to first, and Turner comes across, so Columbus High is now on the board officially. 6-1 is your score. Grand Island still with a comfortable lead, but that could just be the momentum that Columbus is looking for. Started off with their first hit of the game by Alyssa Turner earlier in the 5th inning. She doubled and then, of course, just came across the plate. So Jones is on first for the Discoverers, and Trotta is at the plate. Trotta batted .261 last season. Here comes the delivery from Williams. Kennedy Jones is going to steal, and she makes it there in time. Tag was not close. So Kennedy Jones now with a real opportunity. She's in scoring position. And there she is for Trotta, who would love to switch places with her on second. But we have an umpire's time. Not quite sure what the discussion is here. I think it's about the count. And after a conference, it's a 1-1 count, I believe, is what the home plate umpire said. Scoreboard here says 2-1, so we'll just keep our eyes on that and see what happens. Trotta puts this one in play, but it goes just foul before the third base bag. Trotta reached by fielder's choice in the first inning, then struck out in the third, putting her at 0 for 2 today. And that pitch by Williams in the dirt. So there's the delivery from Trotta. It's a shallow pop-up, and Collins charges in to make it for out number 1. Still, route number 2, excuse me. Kennedy Jones still on second. Again, glad the Facebook Live audience is with us. And I apologize in advance for my camera skills. Feel free to click on the link on the Facebook post to go to our official live broadcast on ncnsportsnow.com. Marika Spencer now at the plate. And she's about due for a hit. Struck out in the first inning, flew out in the third. For someone who batted .447 last year, the odds are with her. Again, had 30 RBI to lead the team in 2016. Led the team in average with that .447 mark and blasted 5 home runs as well. 6 home runs, excuse me. Don't want to sell her short. And that one just about a foot on the wrong side of the bag. Five-run lead for GI after Columbus has plated 1 so far this inning. That one was just low. Count is even at 2. And Spencer puts her bat on the ball, and Chavez makes the catch at short for out number 3. But the good news for the Discoverers, they are on the board. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. It is 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th on News Channel Nebraska.
Anderson of Grand Island, we make it easy. Whether you're looking for a new or used car, parts, service, or collision repair, Anderson Auto Group in Grand Island has you covered. Right now, get a new Ford Escape for just $19,990. That's a new Ford Escape for $19,990. Or score big with a new 2017 Kia Soul, $199 a month. Anderson Auto Group in Grand Island is proud to support the home team and all the local athletes. Best of luck this season. We're proud to be Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect. Come see for yourself. New Ford Escapes, $19,990. New Kia Soul, $199 a month. Don't miss your chance to win big with great deals at Anderson Auto Group of Grand Island on 281 and Old Potash. Click AndersonAutoGroup.com.
So Columbus gets one back in the top half of the 5th inning. 6-1 is your score. With GI back at the plate, and they broke the game open back in the 3rd inning when they plated 5 runs. The Columbus defense did respond in the 4th, allowing no runs on just 1 hit. So Sierra Marshall is going to see what she can do. Leading things off here for the purple. This one straight up, and Marika Spencer, the first baseman, makes the catch for out number 1. Kylie Sidomka now at the plate. She did have an RBI with a ground out, her last at bat in the 3rd inning. She's officially 0 for 2 today. She also reached on air back in the 2nd. This one put in play. And the scoop and throw across is in time, so nice play by the shortstop Trotta. As the first 2 batters are retired. And Kobe Gomez will get a crack at things. She reached on air in the 3rd, but brought home another run in that 3rd inning. Later came around to score as a part of that 5-run attack. Also drew a walk back in the 2nd inning. And that one scoots just foul. Oh, 0-2 count. Turner pitching in the circle. And that one gets past Smith. No harm done, though, with no runners on. One ball, 2 strikes. And Gomez continuing to stay alive here. There's a rip foul down the first baseline. And another grounder to short, and another throw in time by Trotta. 3 up, 3 down here for the Islanders in the bottom of the 5th. GI still trailing by 5 as the 6-1 lead for GI rather heading into the 6th inning. We'll be back on News Channel Nebraska.
From Grand Island to York to Hastings to Broken Bow, our foot and ankle clinic doctors care for farmers, football players, nurses, teachers, and construction workers.
Young, young at heart, and everyone in between. That's our job.
Doctors Larson, Wilson, and Blackburn, committed to the health of your feet, ankles, and lower legs.
We believe that every step you take, on the field, on the job, and in life, should be pain-free.
Schedule online or call today for any of our convenient locations.
Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska.
Row Cars, Row Buick in Grand Island, and Row Chevy in Aurora, a winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Row stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at rowcars.com.
And welcome back here to Grand Island, the home team leading 6-1 in the first game of the season for both of these squads here on a Thursday evening. Absolutely beautiful weather. The Discoverers got 1 run back in the 5th. Their seeing if they can follow suit here in the 6th inning. Melanie Jones at the plate, batting in place of Katie Statura. Jones, just a sophomore. And that skitter's just foul before Sheets was able to get to it for the easy out. No balls, 2 strikes here to Jones. And she lays off the outside pitch, doesn't chase. And that evens the count at 2, so Jones showing some composure here after falling down 0-2. And that one blown right by her as another batter falls victim to Holly Williams. 6 strikeouts now for Williams, as Riley Olson is now at the plate. Olson drew a walk in the 2nd inning and flew out to the first baseman in the 4th. And you see Olson actually tried laying down a bunt. The first real bunt attempt we've seen this evening. That one in there for strike 1. Discovers running out of time. Excuse me, that was strike 2. As that one misses high. But they do still have a few opportunities. They need to start trying to cut into this lead here. As that one in the dirt. Williams has been doing a great job from the pitcher's circle. And Olson draws her 2nd walk of the game. And another substitution is in Rebecca Hazlitt, batting in place of Tessa Bridger. Hazlitt, just a freshman. So with this being the first game of the season, this is officially her first career high school at bat. And she gets hit. So that'll be something she'll be able to remember. First ever at bat, she gets on base. Runners on 1st and 2nd for Columbus, 1 down here in the 6th inning. Katie Smith at the plate. Smith, the sophomore. Batting in that 8-hole spot, she'll look at strike 1. And then Williams gets the outside corner, strike 2. Smith drew a walk in the second inning, struck out in the 4th. And there is strikeout number 7 for Williams, who continues to throw fire here deep into this ball game. And another substitution, Clarissa Sarnick, a senior, checking in. Zarnick, listed as a first baseman. And takes a hack there, gets a piece of it, strike 1. Columbus with runners on first and second, trailing by 5 here in the top of the 6th. Zarnick takes that for strike 2. And this one put in play. Slow roller. And it's there for the 3-4 putout. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on in the top of the 6th. GI still leads 6-1 as we head to the bottom half of the inning on News Channel Nebraska.
With the Aurora Cooperative, you have a trusted partner who looks well beyond the horizon. We're putting our owner's equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm. A portfolio of innovation that adds value to every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
The Aurora Cooperative.
It's time for a reality check. You don't have to drive far to buy a Toyota or a Honda. Go to Cornhusker in Grand Island, the only dual Toyota Honda dealer in the state. We offer performance, comfort, and fuel efficiency in a beautiful, affordable package, new and pre-owned, right here. And service after the sale? Well, it just makes more sense to maintain your new vehicle close to home. That's the reality at Cornhusker Toyota Honda, Grand Island.
And welcome back here to Grand Island. 5 runs separate the Islanders and the Discoverers here in the first game of the softball season for both of these teams. First game of a doubleheader. We'll be wrapping up our coverage with game number 1. But you can check back to ncnsportsnow.com later this evening, as we'll have the highlights as well as the score of the second contest as part of our story here. Not only that, but we'll have our player of the game and coach interviews as well from our winning teams. We'll have plenty to check out. Back to the top of the order, and Emma Collins, who's had a great day so far, puts this one in play, and it drops for another base hit. She is officially 2 for 3 today. She has 2 RBIs as well. Was also hit by a pitch. Stacy Wells now at the plate for GI. Wells actually looking for her first hit. She's had a tough go today. Grounded out twice on hard balls hit back to the pitcher. And then her last at bat in the third, she grounded out to short. Wells shows bunt. And the throw was picked up in time, so Coach Nelson at first base disagrees. It was bobbled by Spencer. We'll take another look at it here. But the umpire said it was picked up and the control was regained on time. Now I think Nelson was pointing at Spencer's foot being off the bag. And so you have a quick word from head coach Henke to the umpire. And there is the overrule. They're going to say that Wells is safe. And from looking at the replay, that may have been the right call. And there is a big pop to deep right field by Michelle Boroff. She strikes again. And that is going to score both Wells and Collins. A 2-run triple for Boroff. And she has started off her senior campaign with 2 RBI. And she's going to be chasing that 56 number, which set a school record last year as a junior. So now the officials or umpires having a word with Columbus coach. And they're still having a discussion on the third baseline. But GI starting to take control with a 7-run lead here. It was 1-0 GI after 2 innings of play. Then the Islanders plated 5 runs in the bottom of the third. Take a 6-0 lead. Columbus got one back in the 5th. GI has struck again with 2 more so far here in the bottom of 6. And they're looking to add to it with the runner on third and Boroff. But now it looks like Boroff is going to second. So they might have said I know it went to deep right field. Maybe they're saying the ball went out of play or it went under the fence. And yeah, the official word is a ground rule double, so Wells actually hasn't scored. She's back on third, so that's the official call. Ball went out of play, ground rule double. So 1 RBI for Boroff. Wells is still on third, and Michaela Sheets is at the plate. And there is a rip by Sheets, and it gets over the center fielder. This will score 2. So Wells comes around and Boroff comes around. And that is now 3 RBI for Sheets. And that is the ball game. So Columbus gets 8 run. Your final score is 9-1 here in game number 1. GI gets the victory. Now we're going to wrap up our coverage after we hear from our winning head coach as well as our Grand Island Clinic player of the game. There's a lot of options to choose from. But we'll take a quick break and be back with the interview shortly here on News Channel Nebraska.
Time. It can be our nemesis. It can be our friend. No one likes to waste it. We all want more. Time to enjoy the beauty of the heartland, and time to take off and explore new places. Less time on the road, more time around the dinner table. Central Nebraska Regional Airport, Grand Island, with twice daily jet service to Dallas-Fort Worth and beyond, and twice weekly flights to Phoenix, Mesa, and Las Vegas. It's time to start and end your business and leisure travel with us. Simplify. Fly GI.
Anderson of Grand Island, we make it easy. Whether you're looking for a new or used car, parts, service, or collision repair, Anderson Auto Group in Grand Island has you covered. Right now, get a new Ford Escape for just $19,990. That's a new Ford Escape for $19,990. Or score big with a new 2017 Kia Soul, $199 a month. Anderson Auto Group in Grand Island is proud to support the home team and all the local athletes. Best of luck this season. We're proud to be Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect. Come see for yourself. New Ford Escapes, $19,990. New Kia Soul, $199 a month. Don't miss your chance to win big with great deals at Anderson Auto Group of Grand Island on 281 and Old Potash. Click AndersonAutoGroup.com.
Do you snore and wake up tired? That can be a sign of sleep apnea, and it can be fatal. Frontier Sleep Center is here to help.
As a physician who specializes in pulmonary and sleep medicine, I understand the importance of a good night's sleep. A comprehensive sleep test at Frontier Sleep Center can determine your best treatment.
Ask your doctor if a sleep study in our state-of-the-art facility is right for you. A peaceful night's sleep is just around the corner. FrontierSleep.com.
Heading to the State Fair? Don't miss the Fireplace Stone and Patio exhibit. It's gonna be hot, featuring the Heat and Glow Lanai gas fireplace. See us at the State Fair, and we'll show you how to light up your landscape.
My grandfather was an orthopedic surgeon in Omaha, and he told me not to go into medicine. And my wife said that she would never marry a doctor, and so I went to be a PA. And one night called her, said I'm going to be home late, and she said, well, you should have just gone to medical school. So at that point, I went back through medical school. It's kind of what I've always wanted to do. One of the things that kind of attracted me to Mary Lanning, you see that they take good care of people. I've always wanted to practice in a smaller town, and Mary Lanning had all the qualities that we were searching for in our job and our location and where to raise our children. And I think Hastings was the perfect fit for us. This is where we were supposed to be. I'm Brent Hood, orthopedic surgeon, Mary Lanning Healthcare.
Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
With the Aurora Cooperative, you have a trusted partner who looks well beyond the horizon. We're putting our owner's equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm. A portfolio of innovation that adds value to every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
The Aurora Cooperative.
From Grand Island to York to Hastings to Broken Bow, our foot and ankle clinic doctors care for farmers, football players, nurses, teachers, and construction workers.
Young, young at heart, and everyone in between. That's our job.
Doctors Larson, Wilson, and Blackburn, committed to the health of your feet, ankles, and lower legs.
We believe that every step you take, on the field, on the job, and in life, should be pain-free.
Schedule online or call today for any of our convenient locations.
Foot and Ankle Clinic of Central Nebraska.
Rowe Cars, Rowe Buick in Grand Island, and Rowe Chevy in Aurora. A winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Rowe stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at rowcars.com. U-Save is the low price leader, but it's our focus on you that really makes a difference when you have a choice in pharmacies.
Great, friendly, and fast service.
This is my local pharmacy. Great prices and easy refills.
They really have the most respect and answers.
At USave, our customers come first. We accept more insurance plans and take pride in being the low-cost leader. That's what you can expect from your locally owned USave pharmacy.
Rowe Cars, Rowe Buick in Grand Island, and Rowe Chevy in Aurora. A winning combination of top brands. But it's our fans that make Rowe stand out in the crowd.
I wouldn't buy a vehicle from another dealership. I know I'll receive quality service and a reasonable price.
I have purchased 2 vehicles and have recommended to others.
Professional, efficient, and friendly.
They are a great dealership and treat you like family.
Thank you. We'll see you on our lots or shop inventory at rowcars.com.
No. That's all right. That's all right. They were wondering, and so I thought I'd ask. Okay.
Congrats and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, how about our Grand Island Clinic players of the game? All right, why don't you come on this side and we'll talk to our pitcher first, Holly Williams. Junior starts off her campaign on the right note, 7 strikeouts. What was working out there for you in the circle?
I think most of my pitches were working very well. I had a little bit of struggle at the beginning, but I got myself around it.
And how were you able to do that?
I had to change the way I was pitching on the mound.
Now for someone who doesn't know softball, what did you change? What did you do that gave you the success you needed to strike out 7?
Okay, I had to move my foot off the back of the mound so I didn't get caught in the hole behind the mound.
All right, so the strategy is to do that the rest of the way this season?
Yes, it is.
Now you were telling me about all the different pitches you throw. What would you say your number 1 pitch is and why?
I think screwball, because they're not expecting it to curve in so far. So I think I've been really working hard on that during the season.
All right, well congrats on a great performance and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
How about her teammate now, Mrs. Sheets, Michaela Sheets? You had quite the performance at the plate. Let me see here. I got you down for 3 RBIs. Does that sound about right? 2 for 3 on the day. What was working for you at the plate?
I just got used to the pitcher, and she was throwing some heat, so just putting some power behind it did some good.
Now that last at bat ended the game. Mercy ruled with the 8-run rule. What were you thinking? Walk us through that exact at bat when you got that 2-run single.
Well, Coach Hinkie told me to do a ground ball, but I decided just to pop one out there, and so I was pretty excited.
What did he say after you did that? Any words from him?
Nice hit.
Very good. Well, what's it like batting in that 4-hole spot? I know you just have 1 game under your belt as a junior, but I'm assuming that's probably going to be where you're at for most of the season.
Yeah, I actually really like the 4 spot. It gives me an eye on the pitcher and sees what other batters do before me.
All right. Well, anything else you'd like to say about the victory?
No, just that we did great.
You certainly did. Congratulations to both of you, and best of luck in game number 2.
Thank you.
Those are our Grand Island Clinic players of the game. Grand Island gets the 9-1 victory over Columbus in game number 1. They'll be playing a second game as well, and you can check out all the highlights on ncnsportsnow.com as we'll be following the Islanders throughout the season. I'm Brandon Axelmit signing off. Thank you to our producer, Aaron Trout, terrific camera operators, as well as Grand Island for allowing us to put on this production. We have plenty more softball, volleyball, and football coming up throughout the fall season, so we'll be seeing you shortly on News Channel Nebraska.
U-Save is the low price leader, but it's our focus on you that really makes a difference when you have a choice in pharmacies.
They definitely go above and beyond.
They take the time to put a face to the name and are extremely helpful.
Great staff, very helpful, and very friendly.
At U-Save, our customers come first. We accept more insurance plans and take pride in being the low-cost leader. That's what you can expect from your locally owned U-Save pharmacy.